Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Diane's Sewing Room, and if you're here returning, welcome back. Here I share all my love of sewing. Now today I'm sharing a little bit of a Sunday sewing catch-up, everything that I've been making over the past week and what I'm currently working on at the moment. Now recently I shared my gift of fabric and I've decided to make a start on that this week. I've used 2 of the solid pieces and I've mixed it with lots of my other little bits of scrap fabrics. So what I'm doing, you can see on my board behind me, I have a patchwork block here. Now I don't know if anybody amongst you follows this particular vlogger, but I follow someone called Frugal in France, and she does a lovely vlog on money saving and all ideas for saving money and living on a budget. She also does a Facebook group by the same name, so I will link these below in case you're interested. And she has had this lovely idea this month to start a sew along for a little quilt. Now she says it's a surfer size quilt, so it's going to be about 5 by 5 I believe, but if you sash it, it will be bigger, so I think I may sash mine when it's finished. So what everybody is doing is she just shared the image of her block and the dimensions that she's created, and everybody in the group who wants to, of course, is making their own blocks, so many a week, with the aim to get it all finished by springtime and using spring colours. And I think that's a really nice idea, to use up all your scrap bits of fabric and something to work along with no rush. Got a few months to get it done, and you get to share and see everybody else's ideas as well. So I felt that was really nice. So there's a block on the board behind me. I'll show you a couple of others that I have created. And quilting is not my usual thing. As you know, I'm usually making clothes. I have made a quilt in the past and it took me forever. But I'm having a go this time and I'm really enjoying it. So here are a few of the ones I've done so far. Just trying to maintain the accuracy is my thing, because I don't have the squares or the cutting mats or anything like that. I'm just trying to cut it as accurately as I can with the scissors. So here's one. I'm trying to keep the outside plain, neutral, and these points green, because that's what Frugal Queen was doing on hers, and I thought that was a nice touch. And then I've got scraps in the middle. So that's one. I think it's a really nice block as well. It's a really fun pattern. This one's got blue and yellow in. And this one's quite bold. Now this one I think has got a bit of a wobble on. I may need to do this one again. You might be able to see there in the image. Not quite. I've got better as I've gone on. So that one's got a bit of a wobble on it. So I've got one to do today, and the aim is that if we do 6 a week, and it's going to be 6 by 6, the squares, the blocks, and then we'll wad it and we will machine quilt it and then bind it. And like I said, I think I may sash mine, because I think I might like to make mine a little bigger, and I'm really enjoying the process. So that's something that I've been doing. So like I said, it's Frugal Queen in France Facebook group that we're doing that on, and I will link that and her vlog below in case you want to go on and have a look over there. She's got lots of lovely money saving ideas and living on a budget, so that's really nice. Now something else that I've been doing this week is, as usual, I've been working and doing my sewing work. I will also share what I'm wearing later in the video, of course. So I've hung them up here, a couple of them, and I'm going to insert a couple of images for the ones that I've already packed up that are already going away. So first up, I'm going to show you this one, which is the Marlo cardigan. So I have it here behind me. So it's the Marlo cardigan by True Bias. Now on the front cover, this one is the crop version, and I really like the crop version too, so I am going to be making that in future. I think I'll make that in some nice solid colours. And the one I've done here is the long line version. As you can see, I will also insert a picture as well. So it's got the cuffs in the same fabric on mine and the band at the bottom. It's got 4 buttons down the front, and it's got pockets. And this one is in a French terry. So that's one thing that I've made this week. So that's the Marlo sweatshirt by True Bias, if you're interested in that. It's an oversized cardigan, and as you can see it's got a drop shoulder and it's nice and roomy, so that's really good for the cooler months. So that's one. That's my first make of the week. Now my next make, I've already packed it up, so I'm going to insert a picture here probably. And that is this wrap cardigan. Now this one turned out really much nicer than I even thought it would. I mean, I liked it on the pattern, but it's got such a beautiful shape and drape to it around the bottom here, the way it sort of curves and hangs. So I'll insert an image, and it ties at the front, and as you can see it's got a band around it, and there's different variations you can do of this. Now I think this one's really nice for wearing around your home to keep warm, but also it is a really smart jacket once it's made up. So that one looked really nice. So that's McCall's, and it's 6996. And then I have made, and I really like this one, and I wore this to go out in the other night because we went for a curry with some family members the other night, and I'd finished this the day before, and it's been really cool here at the moment, so it was really nice to wear. I wore a top underneath it, I wore thick tights, I wore my fake leather jacket over the top, and it looked really nice. So I'm really happy with it. So it's this one. So it's a Butterick pattern this time. So I don't know if you can quite see the details in the image, so I'm going to hold it up a little. So as you can see, it's got this mock short sleeve. Well, it has got a short sleeve when you're making it up, and then you add this piece on. So it has this mock detailing here with the top stitching, and then the collar crosses over like this, and you can also turn it down. I found when I was wearing it, it's also really good because it's high for keeping your neck warm. And then it has V-shaped panels down the front. So the sun's glaring a little bit here. Down here on both sides, and then into these panels you have the pockets going into that sort of V section, so the pockets at the front there like that, and it's just above the knee. So again, that one's made up in a French terry, and I think that is a beautiful dress. Really nice, it's really comfortable, and I really enjoyed wearing it. And it's Butterick 6388 what I made this week, and I made this one here, so it's version D if you're interested in that. Now what I'm wearing today, this one I've made a couple of times, this pattern, and this particular one is a sweatshirt with the deep sleeves into the cuff and the high neck, and that's this one. So that's Simplicity 8982, and this particular one I made the version C here, but then I made it again, and I will insert an image of this, and I made the dress version, so that is A, but I still kept the high collar and the deep sleeves like this. So I did sort of a mixture of the two because I really like the style of the collar and the sleeve, but I wanted to make it the dress shape, so that's what I did for that one. And I wore this quite a lot over the last few months, and I'm finding I'm wearing the dress a lot as well. So I'll insert an image of the dress, and it's really comfy, really easy to wear, and it looks really smart. So that's another one. If you're interested in making any of those, they've all been really good makes. So I thought I'd share a catch up on those things, what I've been doing this week. If you've got any ideas what you think would go well with my blocks if I decide to sash it. So I'm going to hold them up again so you can see the colours. So I've got purples, they're all going to be quite different actually. Purples and pinks, green and a neutral background, and some yellow. See, this one's quite bold. I'm trying to stay away from any of the really darker ones because I've got quite a few that have got black in and so on. So I don't think that's very spring-like, and I've got pink and purple in this one behind me. Now I've cut a few more pieces out, so I'll show you a few of these. So I've got some of the gingham here again, that's from the gifted fabric. These are from some of my bag making. So yellow with toucans on, I thought those two would go really nice together. I have, this is a D Hardwick one. She usually does knitwear, I believe, and I've used this on a bag before. This is quite dark, but it's still got the pink in. Then I've got some light florals. So there's a few more on here. Oh, this is from a dress, a Tilda dress that I made. So I thought the light one could be paired with a slightly darker one. So I've quite a few more to go yet. So one more to do today and that'll be 6. And then if I do 6 each week, in the next 5 weeks, all the blocks will be finished and it'll be ready to decide if I'm going to sash it. And then if so, a lot of the fabric that I've got in the gifted fabric is sort of suiting and things like that, so it won't really be appropriate for sashing it. But what I have got, now I have got this, but I don't really think there'll be enough, and this was in the gifted fabric. This feels like a seersucker though, so I don't really know if this will be appropriate. So can you see this? It's sort of a white and a grey, and it is quite light, and it's a really big, that's all folded up, it's a really big piece. I'm going to spread that out on the bed and have a look. It may be enough. If it's not, I may just, well, treat myself to just some pieces just for doing the sashing, which was not the intention. I was supposed to be just using up all bits. I'll have to have a think about that. But this may do it. This would be slightly different shade and it would maybe bring it all together. It's just now that I've started it, I think it'd be really nice to go on the bed rather than just have on the sofa. Now my dog has scratched away at my last lap quilt that I made, the one that I have on the sofa, and I really loved it, and I've had to keep patching it now because he just likes to get comfy and he does this and gets all comfy and scratches it. So that's not great. So if I'm going to spend a lot of time on this, I'm not sure I want to have it on the sofa with the dog sat on it. So I may keep it for the bed. Let me know in your thoughts below. Also let me know if you've tried any of the patterns that I've shared today and how you got on with them and what version you did. I'd love to hear all your comments, so please comment below. Like and subscribe if this was useful to you and if you enjoyed me sharing this week's work. And I will be back soon with another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.